Since 2015, I have enjoyed a type of freedom that very few people get enjoy. This freedom is built on being self-employed, investing, and being healthy. A lot of the freedom is shown through my travels and just through my ways of how I can enjoy and explore life. In this video, I will reveal to you the 3 golden rules that gave me said freedom. I hope that the video will inspire you to start your journey to freedom as well. So what is the first rule? The first rule is to always live below your means, and I mean that in every sense possible. I mean it emotionally, I mean it the way you bind yourself to a location, a family, a bank, a job, and of course I also mean financially. What is going to give you the biggest opportunity when it is hardest for you to break free is the fact that you are flexible enough and free enough financially and emotionally. Meaning you get to decide to just leave or do something else or try something else because you live below your means. So think very hard about what that means for you, because I'm not saying you have to live just on a dime every day and you have to forego the coffee and whatnot. But what I'm saying is to take a very good look at your emotional life and your financial life, and then take inventory of which elements in there represent anchors. And then you slowly but surely remove those anchors. And sometimes that is a process that can take weeks, months, sometimes even several years. But trust me, it is worth it, because I was in that situation. I was living a very traditional life where I had a 9-to-5 job. I was a law enforcement officer. I had a house. I had everything most people desire. But I was always yearning for freedom. In my case, it was my version of the American dream. So I made sure that emotionally and financially I was living below my means, so that when the opportunity came, I was able to actually seize it. So that's rule number 1. Live below your means, emotionally and financially. Rule number 2, you have to be a business owner, or at the very least you have to be self-employed. But here is the thing, you don't have to do that overnight. You can ease into being self-employed. We have the gig economy nowadays, where you can start out as an Uber driver, you can do DoorDash, you can do all kinds of things, and the goal really is freedom, right? So you have to get to a point where first you decide when and how you work, then where you work, and then eventually you decide everything, right? That's where I am right now. Location independence, financial independence, but I still need to work. It's just that everything I do, I own, and I decide when I do it and how I do it. But it wasn't always like that. I had to work myself to that, and I think what most people do is they are too much in a rush to get to that point overnight. The important aspect here is to have a goal in mind. You have to know where you want to be and then take baby steps towards that goal. Most people, I like to say, underestimate what they can do in a year, but they overestimate what they can do in a day. And then they do it for a day or two and they don't see any results and they give up. My journey towards financial independence, towards this beautiful freedom-led life, is a journey of, quite frankly, 15 plus years, even more. I've always known that everything I want to do is to prepare myself for when the opportunity presents itself. The good news is that it has never been easier than ever before to start your own business. When you are a business nowadays, basically all you need is a social media profile of your choice and something to sell. But here's the thing, you don't even have to come up with the thing that you sell. You have to be an affiliate partner or a referral partner of someone else. Well, you don't have to, you can be. It's actually a privilege to do that. And then as you get used to building up a presence, building up an audience on whatever channel, social media platform works for you, you can slowly find your way into, well, what is your thing? What is your signature dish? What is your very specific skill set that you can share with the world to produce added value and then to get paid in return for your services or products? But here's the thing, that most people don't find that overnight. It would be too beautiful if that was something that could be easily found, but because being a business owner is such a personal endeavor where you need to look deep into yourself, your soul, and ask yourself, what makes me happy? But that's not enough. It has to actually match market demand, and that's where there's this difficulty. But that leads me actually into point number 3 is, if you want to have freedom and if you want to be successful, you have to solve a problem that a lot of people have, and preferably, as Alex Hormozi says, you have to solve rich people's problems. And that is where my rule number 3 comes here in a moment, but for now, think about what I just said. Are you ready for the 3rd rule? Yes. The 3rd rule is invest in assets, because as you enjoy your freedom, as you discover all the possibilities of what life can do and how you can impact people throughout your life, you're gonna need to have money, you're gonna need to have health. So rule number 3 is invest in assets that produce income and invest in your health. Trust me, if I could do one thing again, or if I would do it earlier, let's say it like that, is investing in assets. My asset of choice is Bitcoin. I have an entire crypto alliance where I teach people how to do that safely. And the second thing again is my health, because without health you can really not enjoy anything. I couldn't be here, I would be inside, I would have bad back pains that prevent me from doing anything. And the reason I can say it like that is because that was my reality for a long time. And then I discovered essentially a physician that was able to help me. I'm not lying to you, 5 minutes of his treatment took away 20 years worth of back pain. So I decided to invest in myself, and I went and studied under him. So I'm now also certified to heal people the way Dr. Michael Lee does. That's it. So let's go over this in summary. Number 1 was live below your means, emotionally and financially. Number 2 is essentially become self-employed, become a business owner. And one thing that is very important is to take small steps. You don't have to jump head first. You can ease into being self-employed. And then number 3 is invest in assets, income producing assets, money-wise, but also invest in your health. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped, please give me a like, a follow, and share it with someone who would benefit from it. I'll see you in the next video.